Today was one of those situations where I kind of was at a loss of what to do. And it's happened to me once before in this particular type of situation. And maybe if you've gone through this, maybe you work in healthcare or even another field, you can tell me how you handled it. Hi, my name is Sherry from Twin Sisters Mastectomy Boutique. And today I had a very nice lady come in. She was articulate, she spoke clearly, she was properly put together. Everything was fine. But to me, and I could be wrong, this is where it's confusing. To me, she just reeked of alcohol. And it wasn't like fresh alcohol, it was like maybe hangover alcohol. You know how that has a different kind of odor? And even after she left, I felt my boutique still smelled like alcohol. Like it just was coming out of every pore of her body. Now, she didn't look, act, seem like she was intoxicated in any way. And maybe she wasn't. Maybe this was left over from yesterday. Or maybe it was the smell of her medications. Or maybe it was, I don't know, some weird soap she used. I don't know what it was. And I mean, if she was, like, if I could say for sure you're intoxicated in some way, I would have declined her service because I don't want to deal with that. But I really couldn't tell. Like everything pointed to she was sober except for this odor. And I mean, I wear a mask when I'm in the fitting room, and I was still like confronted with this very strong odor. Now, I will say, I had a friend who had a stomach ulcer, and he had such bad breath, and it was like he'd been drinking the night before, that kind of breath, but it wasn't. It was from an ulcer. So I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't know. I'm not going to accuse somebody for like drinking and they're not. You know, and there's nothing wrong with drinking as long as, you know, you're not in my boutique. So I don't know. I served her. Everything seemed fine. She seemed perfectly reasonable. Everything was fine. And so I'm confused. I'm like, was she drinking? Was she not drinking? What is my obligation here? Again, if somebody was visibly intoxicated, I wouldn't be serving them. Like, you know, if somebody has a glass of wine at lunch, not my business. But if you're coming in and you're intoxicated, then that is my business because I want you to go and come back when you're sober. But I couldn't tell. And that's happened to me once before where I was like, I can't tell. And again, it smelled like alcohol. Like when I went into the fitting room later, it smelled like alcohol. Like I could still smell it. And that gave me the impression it was coming out of her pores. And yeah, so what would you have done? Are you a healthcare professional who has had somebody come in who, you know, reeks of alcohol? And like I said, it wasn't fresh alcohol. It was like it was the night before kind of alcohol. You know, and what do you do in that situation? Or even if you have another kind of business, maybe, you know, somebody's trying to buy a car and you're like, are they sober? What is your response to that? How would you handle it? Because every other sign pointed to sober, I went on with the appointment. It was successful. It was fine. She was happy. And I'm thinking maybe it was just like that lingering smell from maybe too much alcohol the night before, or it could just be her medication. I don't know. That's the thing. So that's kind of where I'm at. I made lots of notes in her file. Because yeah, it made me uncomfortable. And I don't like when I feel uncomfortable in my own boutique. What are your thoughts? Leave your comments below and we'll see you soon.